Hello and welcome to my channel. I am the Queen of Clovers. And this is a general reading. See what's out there for the week. The introduction reading for the week. I'm just going to do an oracle real quick. This reading is for anyone, anybody, and maybe nobody. As with all tarot readings, please take what's yours and leave out all the rest. What else do I have? Oh, if you're enamored by my readings, please like and subscribe. Thank you heartily for all those who have. Let's just get to it. Let's see what's out there. I barely survived those 2 Aquarius full moons. A lot of needs versus wants. A lot of clarifications. It was a bit much, but we made it, team. And so now we are still focusing on needs versus wants a little more than before. Okay, I don't know if you heard the music outside, but I did because I really want a quieter place to live. As much as I love living in apartments, I'm done with that. So, all right, let's see what we have here. I have the tree and the cat in reverse. The cat in reverse is a bit rushy. The tree is about setting down roots, about deciding what you're going to do with your branches. Where are you extending your energy? And you're not being very careful about it. A lot of the Aquarius full moon had to be like, this is me, with that Leo new moon in between. It was like, this is me, this is the authentic me. And there are consequences to being the authentic you. A lot of people may have been really cozy with the way you were when you were kind of not being yourself. Be careful of who you cut out of your life, and be careful not to cut off your major branches in an attempt to supposedly remove trash and toxic energy from your life. That's not always the best course of action. It takes a lot for me to throw somebody out of my life, but when it happens, it happens. So, what does Spirit want us to think about with this tree and this cat and this rushing and this don't cut your arm off kind of thing? I have the 10 of Cups here. Total happiness. What you want versus what you need. And believe me, you have to address both, because you're going to need some water. You're going to need some fire to stay warm. I'm a big Naked and Afraid fan. I hope you guys love it, because it's Naked and Afraid of Love is not good. I just like to point that out there. Sorry. The fact that they got pre-made shelters really upset me for some reason. Lucy. But you have to address your needs. You need water, fire, shelter. You need things, right? Food. Then you want things. Now, some things you think you need, such as, you ever find somebody who's boring as hell when they're not dating somebody else? But then as soon as they start dating a new person, they're very interested in, like, I don't know, that person's football team, or the fact that that person is, like, really into yoga. So this person, all of a sudden, your friend becomes really into yoga because of who they're dating. We don't need somebody in our life to date. We want somebody in our life to add to our life, not to define our lives. And so some of our actions, most of the actions that people were changing and divvying up, were a bit anti-Karen. That's why they're so upset, is because the actions we're taking now are separating us from that need to be associated with others, because we don't really need those things. When you really categorically needs, and then what you really want to go on, you can really change your life and the way you behave every single day. That means the people you choose to spend your life with, it's about time that you spend with them that is more valuable than time you would spend with somebody you just gotta spend time with, such as your work family. Some of those people, you know what I mean. I actually work in a place where the annoying people have already left, like they don't last there, and that's a good place to stay working. Of course, I'm work from home now, so it's kind of weird. So it's a lot of, I probably need to spend more time with those people, but I can't right now because of work being a work from home situation for me. But now I know I want that time. So when the events come up, when, you know, the lawn bowling thing comes up again, I'm definitely going to be there. The reason I wasn't there last time was other reasons, divorce reasons. But, I mean, that was 2018 or 19. I'm all confused. But it was, so 10 of Cups. What is your 10 of Cups? What is your true happiness and want? You know how people are like, oh, do you need a pool in your backyard to be happy? No, I want a pool in my backyard to be happy. Other people don't want that as much, but I definitely want to be the one with it. And this is busting that Wheel of Fortune. A lot of people, X marks the spot, as Saltwater Tarot Heals likes to say. Oops, that's a little upside down. But it's basically a spin of the wheel and with a win. With the Wheel of Fortune. What's really weird is I have that, this is that same wheel. This is the same wheel that's on this card, and on the outside of the card are the signs. And it's an opportunity to love anyone and anybody just how they are, or nobody. And the Ace of Cups. This is new love. This is moving with a new heart. A lot of us are moving with the love of the people that matter to us now. Obligatory living out the window. Now, does that mean that, okay, choosing to be obligated to a person such as your mother is fine? But no, that's your obligation. No, that's something you've chosen to do. You choose that life. You very often choose the life you're living. As miserable as people are, they have opted to live that way based on their actions. And this is that energy of kicking that to the curb. Very hard. Very, very hard. Especially with the tree. This tree has lost its leaves, and of course we're heading towards fall. But with the tree too, it's trees don't really move in real life. But this is if you are the tree. What grove would you want to be planted in? You don't always get that choice, but you certainly get a choice to the branches you sustain, the communications you uphold. It's really kind of beautiful in the end when you are living from your heart space instead of your obligation, gotta do. I was listening to one of the Goodfellas, or not a Goodfellas, but you know, a made man, doing an interview, and he said that, look at me, I talk like I do because I used to hang out with a group, and then I used to talk like guys, so sometimes I do talk like this because I was, yeah, well, whatever, sorry. But the point being, he said, you know, real work is going to a job you hate every single day and sticking it out for your family, you know, making sure your kids eat and your wife's okay. And we don't have to do that anymore. You can choose to not suffer through that life anymore. You can choose to enjoy it. You can choose more of what you want. You don't have to buy a $3,000 suit, especially when you make $15 an hour. You can opt not to. You don't have to buy that car. Just because you have $1,000 to buy a car doesn't mean you have that $250 a month to maintain it, per se. It's that same kind of energy. And you know, you could, because it's pretty fun to have a car, especially a stick shift. But let's be honest, is it worth it? Is it really going to add to your life? Can you step back from that for a moment so you can sleep better at night and in 4 months not be $1,000 in debt because you weren't prepared for that? You can opt out. And that's all that, if you're going to be your authentic self, if you're going to enjoy life fully, then please do. A lot of Christians might not like this, but let's be honest too. Christ came that we may have life and more of it. We're supposed to be happy. We are not supposed to suffer. In many religions, we are supposed to find peace and happiness. And a lot of us are reaching for that, no matter what's going on in the world. And then we're extending that comfort with the tree to the ones we love. And maybe even just people who need it. And that's really pretty. And I'm glad to be part of that with everyone in the world right now. And feel that calming energy of everyone kind of moving with that honesty of authenticity. It's really beautiful. All right, I'm going to get back to my readings. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, everyone. This is really beautiful. Definitely calming down. Get it back to the 12 sign readings, and then we're going to gear up for another new moon at the end of next week probably. So keep a lookout for that, and thank you so much. Again, like, subscribe, and I will see you soon.